Hey guys, it's Chris sitting here back from C&H Smallengine again for another informative review video. This one is a lawnmower here. This is a self-propelled lawnmower. It's called a Yardpro here. It has a Kohler Courage XT-7 engine on here for that, and it's also a self-propelled front-wheel drive that you see right there for the transmission bubble right there. And the customer called me up over here claiming the machine was not starting and it was not driving over here as well too. So we checked it out over here, and we found out that the machine been sitting for probably about 3 years, I think, on here, because the engine, I believe it's manufactured back in 08, I believe, on here. Let me double check it here. Yeah, date of manufacture right on there on the actual tag right there. It says, let me zoom in on here for you guys. Sorry about that if you got any problems with the we want to call it zoom on here. Yeah, it's date of manufacture 2008. It says crafted in China for the Kohler company right here. This is one of their earlier, we want to call it earlier generations of the Chinese engines out here for that as well. And this guy needed a new carburetor on here. Typically we replace the carburetors because it's simply more cost effective on our end to do that, and it saves time by doing that as well too, because these carburetors can be had as little as for about, I'd say, about 25-30 bucks if you can look online and find them, because if you buy them from the manufacturer, usually about 50 or 60 bucks, but you can find them on certain wholesale websites and stuff like that for a greatly reduced price, and that's where I typically buy my stuff for, like doing these Chinese sourced engines for that as well too. And the other issue was his claim the thing wasn't driving, and his cable was basically he had a little bit of rust on its side on her for that, and we just put some nut buster down in the actual cable shaft on her as well too. Now it's basically nice and free right there for that as well too. So it's nice and free. Transmission driving okay right now, and other than that, the machine seems to be running okay. I think this guy might have left it outside under his porch. That's why you see some white corrosion and stuff like that on her for that as well too. Let me give you a picture of the tag here for the actual deck on here as well too. This is a Yardpro, as I said before. This thing zooming on here for you guys, get a better picture for you. There we go. Yardpro. Product maintenance level 371580, serial number 07 on here, model number 37158. The 22-inch cutting path on here, assembled in the United States. I believe these were made by EHP, Electrolux Home Products out there, and EHP became Husqvarna Outdoor Power Products. They make the bulk of the Sears we call lawn and garden equipment out there for that. So that's why they transition, I should say, over from Electrolux over to Husqvarna Outdoor Power Products, because Husqvarna is currently the largest manufacturer for lawn and garden equipment, I believe, in the world that they're for that. So that's why you see quite a few Sears products. If you actually look up the actual code on the model number right there for that, you can translate it, and it'll basically tell you who actually makes the machine for Sears, because all Sears does is basically rebrand somebody else's equipment out there. They don't actually make their own equipment. All they do is sub it out and have somebody make it for them, and then they just slap the Sears Craftsman name on either the cover or the deck or something else on there for that, and say it's a Sears product, even though Sears does not actually make it for it. So I'll fire it up here for you guys. You can see it running here and as well, so bear with me here while I try to do a three-handed startup here. So hold on, guys. There it goes, one pull. I'll drive it here. Drive works good, handle works good. Drive's good too in a grind. Shut it off here. And there you go, guys. Starts up great, runs great, doesn't have any smoking or coughing or backfiring, stuff like that out there. It doesn't have any knocking. Typically these Kohler called Kohler Courage engines. There's sometimes they do knock if you have too little oil in there. Because we've seen guys bring them over here who actually absolutely beat the crap and did not do any maintenance to them at all out there, and they tend to start knocking and smoking after a few years out there if you do not maintain them. So it's similar. It's basically the same thing with all brands and types. That if you don't maintain them, they'll start giving you problems and back talking to you out there and stuff like that. But you have to maintain your machine. You cannot leave it go with the oil and the gas as well too under for that. And it's always a good idea to keep these things inside or in some kind of a garage or something like that out there. If you are going to keep it outside, personally I would recommend buying one of those lawnmower protective bags, they call it. You can buy them from the actual manufacturer's website. It's basically it sort of looks like one of those bags you put over your charcoal grill outside, and I believe it has a UV protectant on the outside. It's sort of like a heavy duty plastic with some kind of a covering. I think it's like multiple layered, I believe, and they usually run about 50 bucks. I think the last time I priced one out for a customer of mine over here, and they're worth it. Basically, it covers the entire machine, and we always do recommend keeping the machine up off the ground by about 1 or 2 inches so it doesn't have any water get on as well too. So make sure the machine's completely wrapped if you're going to keep it outside, if you cannot put it in your basement or some kind of garage or shed out there for that. So if anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot, this was my commentary review of the Yardpro powered by the Kohler Courage XT-7 lawnmower. So if you have any comments, just put them at the bottom of my page, and I'll try to answer if I can as soon as possible. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.